Hey brother, you said you had like, a little girl's one. So get your little girl one. You have to pick up one, a larger one though, to get them off. So you can't just use a little girl's one like this. You need to have a manly one too, okay? So pick up one manly one to go along with your little girl's one, and let's get on with this thing. Just kidding. All right, so anyway, I'm assuming you meant little girl's one like this, and then pick up one good size one. Okay, you're going to need it to get leverage on it. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll take you in and show you some close-ups. Okay, I went through all my stuff, and I this is pretty much exactly what you have. Yours may be a plastic hose. I didn't have any. The cheapest ones I got was a piece of copper, but yours could be copper. Yours is such an old house. It's very possible they use copper lines. So anyway, mine looks exactly like this. And so what you have is this threaded coupler. Okay, so that connects, and then your valve is connected to that. So what I want you to do is put your little one, the little girl's one you have. If you don't have one at least this size, because you need to have a couple of nice size ones. Pick up two, and I'm sorry you have to pick them up while you're in Port Orford because everything's more expensive there. But you need something at least 8 inches, and then you need a 10-inch. You know what I mean? So that's minimum stuff. And I use this stuff all the time for little stuff. And so put it on there, and that holds the body. You don't want this pipe turning at all. You don't want this fitting turning at all. You just want to remove the valve. And because you can't take it, it's very possible this thing goes straight up to the faucet. And so you can't just take it off and remove it. You'll kink it or whatever. And again, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to throw it away anyway. But if you decide not to throw it away, you definitely don't want to kink it. And the only way possible of getting out of this thing is, unless you can do it. Sometimes it's just a little bit of slack and you might be able to pull it off. But if there's no slack there, then simply take this one here. Again, your water's turned off. You'll just unscrew it. Okay? So you just unscrew this one right here and get it all the way unscrewed. And then once it's all unscrewed, what you're going to do is it's just going to be sitting there tight, because this is old. You're working on old stuff. Mine's old too. I just put this pipe on there, so that's new. Anyway, then take your pipe here, take your pressure wrench here, and put it on the valve. Okay, and you're going to use these two valves, these two things together. You're going to don't let this one here move. Okay, but you want to go together with it. So you go on, off. So you want to make sure you're doing off. Okay. And then you simply manhandle it and crush it. And you can see how this thing wants to move. Okay, and it's going to want to do that, and it's going to pop off. Okay, right about there. It's connected to the top, so it'll just pop off. Okay? And so that'll be out of your way at this point. So that's the one way of getting it out of there. Sometimes you can't get it out any other way without bending it. And if you plan on using it again, I don't recommend it. But if you do, then that's the only way you're going to have a chance of getting it out. Then you simply just take it all the way off, okay? And so once you got it all the way off, you're going to take this thing down to the store and get a new one, okay? And you'll just take it down here and get the exact same one because it fits on this thing here, okay? So it fits on there, and what you want to do is pick up a little, just find any kind. If you can't find a little girl's one like this, and just pick up a regular, barbecue one they sell or whatever. You might even have one of these at your place right now for your barbecue. Anyway, so if you have one for a barbecue, I'll just use this one. I'm assuming you have a barbecue there. I think I saw it. And then you simply see. You can see how dirty this is. Let me just show you. If I get you closer here, I don't think I can get you closer. All right. So much for that. All right. You see it? Anyway, it's all kinds of debris in here. It's old plumber's putty and Teflon tape and all kinds of stuff. So you want the threads to be as clean as you see the clean ones. Okay, the clean ones that you just undid by taking off the valve. You want the rest of it to be that clean too before you get back. So as soon as you get the valve off, clean that thing. Go back and forth a bunch of times so it literally looks as nice as the original one. Okay, just take a couple minutes to go all the way around it and make sure that you can see the one that you can clearly see this part here. So spend just as much time back here because you can't see it as well. Okay, so spend just as much time or more back there because you don't want anything to cause you a problem when you go to put this thing together. Okay, it'll become a shim or become a problem for you. So work on it and really spend time to get the parts that you can't see. Put extra time into the parts you can't see. Okay, because you already know that you're going to make this part here look bitchin' because you can see it. Okay, so spend as much time as you can on the back part so you can't see to make sure it's perfect. Then you go get, let's say you're already back now, you got your new valve, and hopefully you got a new hose, and this would be the hose you're going to get. I don't know the length you need, you just got to measure your length, and you can get it extra long, it's fine because you can just go like that and just put it in the bottom and put it on the top and you're done. So, or you can get the same exact length or just get one size bigger length and then just make a little bow like this and put it on and put it on, okay? So you can manipulate it a little bit. So anyway, this is going to go on, and when you go to put this on, you're just going to put it on, and it goes finger tight. As soon as you get to finger tight, you're going to go, your finger tight and my finger tight is a little bit different, so you might be you're stronger than me at this point. So just go as good as you can, finger tight, and then just go a little bit more. Okay, so you don't want to go much more because it's a rubber piece there. You don't need to go much more. It'll probably actually say on a little sticker that's usually on there, it'll say, go a quarter turn past hand tight or something. Anyway, that's usual. All right. So anyway, so you got this on here. All right, so you got your valve and you got this all clean. Okay. So now take your Teflon tape, and you can see my table is quite filled with stuff here. So I don't have any much room, but anyway, I guess you won't have much room underneath that thing either. So when you put on Teflon tape, put it way over here somewhere. You don't have to use the first part, okay? Just hold it with your finger out of your way. And come up to within 1/8 of an inch of the end. You don't need to be on the end, okay? There's no reason to be on the very end. So 1/8 of an inch away from the end, and just go around, 5 or 6 times. Doesn't really matter how many times. And do that, and then go tight. And make sure you're going with the turn. So if your thing's going to go on this way and tread this way, so that's the way you want your tape. So that way you're not, if you go to put it on and you went the other way, you'd be unscrewing the tape. Okay? So go with the same direction you're going to put the faucet or the valve. Okay? Then take a little bit of plumber's paste. So this is pipe thread sealant with Teflon. That's what you really want to get. Take a little bit. Don't take much. It's only one little valve, but you still need to do it. Put that on the first 1/8 of an inch. Okay? So you can go all the way up to 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't really matter. You just want to put a little bit on there, and have some on every inch, every part of it, because it just screws into your valve threads. Okay. So just put a little on there, all the way up to 1/4 inch or so, and then so you have your Teflon tape on there now, and you have your plumber's putty on there. And take your valve. Let me see if I can get the thing off here now. Ugh, did I tighten that sucker? All right. Take your valve and slip it on there. And you think it's tight right there, go one more. Okay, you want it to be in the same position it was before, and the threads will work out that way. So just go one more. You should really back it up with this, just to make sure you're not going to thrash the copper, because the copper is the weakest thing. The brass is pretty strong. That's what the valve's made out of, but the copper is not. So that's why you want to have a backer on there. So anyway, go up and bring it up to where you're straight up and down again, okay? Then you know it's not going to leak, all right? You have Teflon tape on there. You got to back up to where it belongs, and you thread your hose on there and hook it to the top, and you're done. Love you, brother. You got this, man. I have faith in you, buddy. See ya.